Hello everyone, this is Kirby Clements. This is my video response for the alternative option for Unit 2. And this is a work by Brice Marden. Title is Study for the Muses, Hydroversion. Study for the Muses, parentheses, Hydroversion. 1991 through 97 is the date listed on the piece. It is oil on linen. It is 83 by 135 inches. Brice Marden is one of my favorite painters. He is based in New York. He's well-traveled. He received his MFA from Yale School of Art, learned quite a bit there, and has spent time in Hydra, the Greek island. From the Matthew Marks Gallery, where a lot of his work resides today, and I quote, "Testing the structures of minimalism, Marden's art has reintroduced both the landscape and the figure into abstract painting while affirming his sense of connection with the abstract expressionist movement that preceded him." And with that, let's get into the topics discussed for this piece. First off, color and tone. The color and tone of this piece is subtle and chalky, offering a translucent layering of barely seen colors behind the more vivid colors at the forefront. And you can see here distant strokes in the backdrop that give us that depth. We have yellow, red, blue, gray, and green colors present. All of these colors are painted over a chalky white haze, as if the painted strokes one faintly sees have been covered over just enough to leave them visible in the background. This method not only offers us layers to look upon, but brings the negative space forward in our view, allowing us to look into the piece for further definition. This also gives the work balance and a sense of intrigue. Some colors are faintly blended to provide a blue-gray or blue-green. Some colors are painted on the linen less bold, while some areas of the work provide a thick, gel-like stroke. In some areas, the strokes of color cross over others, as a bridge would. These strokes leave no transparency during this crossing. For example, the yellow stroke will completely cover the red stroke it has passed over. The corners and borders of the piece I find fascinating, in that Marden has made sure to leave neither of these untouched by some stroke of color. This ties the piece in from one corner to the next, and gives you yet again a variance of color and shade around the entire pictorial plane. It provides containment in that no white areas of the work ever reach these borders or corners. As well, the different colors offered along these borders make for interesting viewing and spark curiosity as to asking the question, is there a pattern or sequence here with these borders? In fact, there is no patterned layout of the colors used. They simply follow the rule of what Marden decides need to be in that location, dependent on the connections made with the strokes that exist elsewhere on the canvas. I do imagine as a template, one could have taken a long piece of string and slowly placed it, looped it, straightened it onto a boxed rectangular area with walled sides in order to keep this containment mentioned. The intensity in this work varies. It is with these varying levels of intensity that we achieve pictorial thrust. The bolder colors and more emphatic strokes provide this thrust. From there, we can make our way through other depths of the strokes and into the negative space where yet more strokes are hidden. There is great delicacy used throughout the work, not only in how thick and thin the oils are painted on the linen canvas, depending on area, but also as to where these varying strokes are located. Each of these interconnecting strokes has to be located in the proper areas to achieve the balance and flow needed for proper unity and movement, which has definitely been achieved. These flowing strokes, with their endless loops and turns, intermingled with straight lines at times, became one of Marden's personal marks throughout his career, and he is still using them today. There is an asymmetrical balance throughout the work, A flow can be felt, looping from one section of the piece to the next. One can follow these loops almost as in a vehicle driving. We can stop at a certain intersection, turn, or straight line in this piece, look around at our surroundings as to where we now are, back and forward, and then continue moving around the piece. The evidence of Marden's travels and their influence over his work can be paralleled here. The constant movement, which in many cases for artists inspires the work they create. The title also includes Marden's favorite Greek isle, Hydra, he traveled to frequently for inspiration. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I could probably spend the whole course on Brice Marden. Pretty much love everything he does and has done, and even the recent work continues to be impressive. So on to the next, and look forward to watching everyone's video responses. All right.